Good morning, Mr. Max. I don't think I've ever had a customer named Mr. Max, or at least one I've nicknamed Mr. Max. Mr. Max, this is your Palomar DX350B. Now it says Palomar on the outside, but when I look at it, I go, Messenger. And then I look on the inside and it screams at me, hey man, we got a Messenger board in us, and we're a Messenger. It's Messenger, 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 Messenger board, Messenger bias, Messenger, 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 all kinds of Messenger going on inside of this thing. But then it's got a Palomar power supply in it. This is 35 or 40 amp supply. Let's see here. See if I can do this today and not shock myself. We've got a TS30, 30 amp, 12 volt. That's it. More than adequate to run this little 2-pill, needless to say. Big transformer, little bitty amplifier. Okay, so we got our voltmeter hooked up, and I wanted to show you a couple things, Max. I think that somebody's been in here to rebuild this. Let me show you why. We got our low, then we got medium, then we got high, then we got auxiliary. We'll call that aux 1, aux 2, aux 3, aux 4. Yeah, we shouldn't have anything past those 3 points. But it doesn't matter. The actual resistors that are down in here are not discolored or burnt too awful bad. The low one is, but this is the high one here. So you got low, medium, and high. Anywho, this beautiful little girl is pretty anemic. Let's run around the band here real quick. That's a 1000 watt slug in PEP, 1000 watt slug in average, 5 watt slug in reverse back from the Bird 10,000 watt dummy load. We're going to use the 2950. Of course, we got a 5 watt slug sitting between the radio and the amplifier to show our input reflag. Let's go ahead and shut this off. Oh yeah. Hey, at least they put bleeders on there. Hell. Anywho, talking through the box. Hello, audio. No reflect, that means you got a good pass-through tune. Hello, hello. Not 10 watts, give or take. We're down on 12 volts at the moment, so the radio's running on 12 volts. Let's go ahead and kick this sucker on. Preamp's working good. So we're going to start out on low. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Let's go to medium. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. About 110 watts. Now we're going to go to high. Let's watch our voltage. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Hello, 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 hello. Let's go down here. We're going to kick on one of the bench supplies. And we're going to run this at 14 volts. Hello, audio. Whole whopping 20 watts. Turn the amp back on. Sorry, just getting started for the morning. Turn the amp back on. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. 20 watts in and about 4 watts coming back. Now, let's just say that I've already played with all the Scrooby Jubies in here. And when I mean by Scrooby Jubies, I mean the Arcos. And that's about as best as we're going to get. Now, I can tell you right now, this isn't stock. And I can tell you right now, that isn't stock. And I guarantee you that's not stock. So, what I got to do now, because we've established that the power supply is running properly. We've got more than plenty of volts. And at 15 volts, unless those are 2290s that are down in that son of a bitch, this thing's as anemic as hell, and it's got some problems. One of the primary things is this input tune, but that can be affected by the output tune, but I'll cover that. So anywho, what I got to do is go in there and unsolder one of those transistors, and I got to figure out, I got to at least pull the ground strap off and figure out what we're playing with for bass parts. On that note, Max, we'll be back. Let's see if we can wake your box up a little bit. Make it do a little bit more. We'll see. see if we can get down in here real quick. Those are inevitable 2879s. So somebody put 2879s in here and they didn't know how to convert the rest of the amplifier over to make it properly work with this circuit, which now I'm going to do. And we're going to watch this box come alive. Alive! Anyhow, give me a little bit. We'll be back. 2879s, good pots. There's probably a 1446s in it or 455s, and somebody didn't know how to convert it over properly. They just slapped the pills in it and went on with their day. Bad luck for them, good luck for you, Max. Shall return. Well, Mr. Max, it's all back in one piece. We did fix your meter, by the way. It had a blown diode on the inside, and I was keeping the meter from working. But we got you all up and running. Let's go ahead and shut this off. Reestablish our baseline here real quick. 1000 watt slug still in PEP. Hello, audio. Pass-through tune? Hello. Okay. We're in a high mode. We're on 16 volts floating in the power supply at the moment. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Now we got about 380 out of it. And let me show you what's going on. You're running out of power supply. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. So it's not from a lack of the transistors trying to do the job. It's now of a lack of power supply. Now, if you remember correctly, we're putting 20 watts in and getting 4 watts back, right? Hello, audio. Hello, audio. We're now down to under half a watt. And look at this meter. Hello, 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 hello. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Hello, audio. So now we're going to take the 20 watt radio out of line. We're going to hook up the striker to it real quick. Turn on the. So now we're going to hit this thing and watch. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. I'm going to hit about 90 watts of drive, which a little 2-pill 2879 box should be able to take. But we're running out of power supply, like I said. Hello, audio. So now we're up to about 420 watts. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. Hello. That 200 bird is what we're getting out of this puppy. Now what you heard buzzing is when you shut this thing off, it runs, hello, hello, runs on the power supply till the relays can't click no more. And now the bleeders are catching up. So if it was up to me, Max, if it's up to me, I'd say probably mount a fan on this side of it. Because the only thing that attaches over here are these two bridge rectifiers, and it's got more than plenty of heat sink to dissipate the heat from those two little tiny bridges. But this is going to get kind of warm on you. But I think you're going to get a whole lot more life out of this box now that everything in there is actually tuned properly. It ended up having a wrong capacitor on the input transformer. It had too many turns in the output transformer. It didn't have the right level of capacitance on the output tune network. We adjusted the input tune for you. Like I said, repaired the meter. We cleaned the contacts on low, medium, high. That should last you forever now. We re-glued down the board. There's a board that's in here that holds in the LEDs for the light, the preamp, and the delay. Re-glued that down so the board actually stays flush and the LEDs won't fall through. And the other thing I want to let you know is that you might want to keep an eye on this switch. Every once in a while, I'll touch this thing when you're talking on it. And the reason I say that is because 100% of the 110 voltage that's coming in from outside, coming in from the outside, coming in off the fuse from the power cable, goes down and goes through this switch. And if the switch gets hot, it can break down on you. But I don't think you're going to have any problems, taking into account it's been running like this for probably 20 years or better. But just keep an eye on it, and you might want to make it so where there's some air circulating on this side. But Max, you're all fixed up, buddy. Your very anemic Palomar 350B, otherwise known as Messenger bass amplifier, is now doing the watts it should and a little bit more. Gentlemen, my name is BBI, and without a shadow of a doubt, I am the biggest mud duck in Idaho. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Click the notification button, that way you can get messages to let you know that I just put up a new video. Come follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram. Of course, as always, all my contact information and anything you ever need to know about me is at www.bbiamps.com. Appreciate you guys. I'm off and done with this one and on down the road to the next one. See you, boys. Bump, bump.